So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our 5 planetary conjunction video. And this week we're going to be starting with a brand new set of conjunction away from the sun. So this week we're going to be covering the conjunction of Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, and what happens when these 5 planets are conjunct in your particular horoscope. And as always, if you do not know, if you have this conjunction, what sign it's in, what house it's in, all the other astrological details, for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, consultation, and link to my academy, Vedic Astrology Academy. So, the very first thing that you got to understand about 5 planetary conjunction is that whenever 5 planets are conjunct in your horoscope or somebody else's horoscope, naturally it brings in confusion for an individual. An individual feels clustered in their head. They feel clouded in their head. They feel bogged down with different directions in their head. Like, imagine you have one path, which is the actual house and the zodiac sign. But now you've got 5 different directions in that same path. And you're like, which one should I take? So always, cluster of planets can bring about great success, but also great confusion. And usually, this is a particular conjunction of 5 planets that tends to solve the issue of the native and foreign lands, foreign places. They get their head cleared out. Like, so if you have this conjunction, and I'm not telling you to move somewhere, it'll be great if you can move to a foreign country with this conjunction. You'll feel much more clear and better. But even if you just went to foreign country for a month or so, came back, you'll have a sense of, one direction in your life, that, okay, I have this confusion, but I think I'm going to take this. I don't know why it just happens, because obviously with 5 planetary conjunction, you'll have one planet at least who controls the house of foreign travels, distant travels. So we can see that. Okay, but anyway, let's understand what Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn does in your particular horoscope. So when you have this planetary conjunction, the very first thing that you understand is this person is quite passionate about education. Education, learning, higher education is naturally their passion. Let's say if this person's 4th house wasn't so well placed, that means they didn't get their formal education. 2nd house was damaged, didn't get their formal education. Still, this person would be the type of person who goes in library and wants to read. Wants to know, they have to know, they want to know. And especially there's great passion for ancient history. They want to know about ancient wars. They want to know about the ancient, even hidden knowledge, sacred knowledge. Because this person will be handed the responsibility to deal with secret information. Why? Because first of all, you've got Mercury, which is information, okay? Conjunct Saturn, which is secrecy. Then you have the 2 gurus, which is Jupiter and Venus. Guru has to be knowledgeable. Guru has to have knowledge of that. And Venus, as you know, its birth star. Venus was born in the sign of Scorpio in the portion of Jyeshtha Nakshatra, which is dealing with hidden knowledge, dealing with sacred knowledge, dealing with knowledge of defense and war. And then you have Mars, which represents the energy, in a person, the passion within the person, the lust within the person. There's this lust for information. But then on the other hand, this person definitely feels stabbed and heartbroken in relationship with their uncles, grandparents, friends, siblings, especially brothers. This person will feel that pinch from them. They'll feel a wound inside them. Why? Because you got to understand that Mars is the type of planet that wounds everything that it touches. It's like a sphere in its body all over the place. So when planets are closely conjunct, they're going to feel the stabbing. And usually in education, this person does very well in fields of law, in fields of history, education itself. You know, some people who graduate with the major of education, wanting to be teachers, wanting to be counselors, that is seen with this. The other thing we can also see is great interest in botany and environment. This can also bring about, depending on certain signs, love for performing arts. Because you have the yoga being formed with Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn conjunction. This is a conjunction that can give great love for classical knowledge, classical literature, classical dance, classical music. And Mars obviously is putting forth that energy in it. If this is happening in your third house, I mean, you're a natural athlete. Natural love for kung fu and martial arts, ballet. Especially if it's occurring in Aquarius, you'll have great interest in ballet and gymnastics. But also, especially in a female's horoscope, this can bring about a very dominating spouse. Spouse who is very strict, disciplined. Somebody who's much more older in age with you. But at the same time, you get that mixture of passion, sexual energy, but it's suppressed sexual energy because of Saturn being in this. So again, like I said, it is a confusion that occurs when conjunctions happen with 5 or 6 planets. I mean, this person's feeling everything at the same time. They'll have many, many different interests. Like, especially if you find this conjunction in the sign of Libra and nakshatra of Swati, this person probably want to have like 5 different PhD, 3 different master's degree. You know, so there's no like, okay, well, I want to get my 1 degree in this path and then just go along with it. No, they're so confused. They will find this, then they'll find this interest, then they'll find this interest, and they'll find that interest. And especially with this conjunction, not only there's major focus on athleticism, education, but also divinity, following philosophy, theology. Like I said, pretty much classical knowledge, classical literature. Okay. So guys, this was my analysis of Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn conjunction. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you want to know where your conjunction is placed, all the other astrological details, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.